This is our final project where we must create a React app using React Router and React Bootstrap. We must have at least use an API and then 3 pages, at least 3 pages, 10 components, where all CRUD operations must be done via API. This is my app TSX, which I import necessary libraries and components, the main app component, and then my nav bar, which appears outside on all pages since outside the routes, and it's linked right here. And then the React router, where all the routes to the different pages. And then my API, which I have right over here, reservation API, where I start an instance of Axios, which is the base URL for the business reservation API, for the reservation API. And then I'm using mock API. And here's the functions tracked with the reservation API. And then for my page, what I did is a page to book hiking trails. Right here, I made up 4 different trails in 3 pages, the trail page, my reservation, and then the about page. Right here, we have cards with each trail with a small description, the title of the trail. Then we can view details, a more detailed description. And then you can reserve trails, which you can put your name and then the date, and then participants and book trail. You get the notification and they'll pop up on my reservations. Here we can see them, we can delete reservations as well. And to do that, we first start with our about page, which the page title, and then the image, and the paragraph description, and some bootstrap for styling of the image. And then my main page, which just the main title page and the trail list component that renders the list of all the trails, which we pull from my trail list later. And then this is my nav bar. And then this defines the top navigation bar for the app, and then bootstrap for styling, for alignment. And then each navigation link behaves like regular anchor tags, but using React router. And then the reservation, where defines the types for the props of the reservation component, and then the structure, and then a callback function for handling deletion of reservation. And then the reservation component that displays the details of a single reservation, the title, and then the trail ID, trail date participants, which we could see over here, and then the delete function, the delete button right here, and then the reservation form where it shows the local trail data, and then the selected trail ID, and then sets the variables to store the input. It finds the trail right here. You find the trail data and then pass, and then search for the trail using trail ID and handle the submission. And then right here, create reservation data and call the API to create the reservation and a successful message, which we saw, and then resets the field after successful reservation. And if there's an error, it would log an error. And on the form, you would show you, as you can see right here, your name, your date, the date, participants, and then the submit for the book trail, and then the reservation list. And then it's the state to store the list of reservations, and then the function to fetch the reservations and update the states and update the API. Use effect hook to load reservation when first rendered. And then the function to handle the deletion of reservations. And then map to through the reservations right here and render the reservation component. And make sure each reservation has a unique key. And then the reservation list, which is my reservation. It just makes the list of all the reservations. Reservations. And it fetches and display the list of reservations from reservation list. And then the reservation page. use params is used to extract the trail ID for your from URL parameters and allows us to know which trail the user's uh reserving, which is on the form right here. And then the trail, and there's a trail component that sets a trail object and onView function as props. It displays the trail title, displays the trail description, and the button that triggers the view details, which would be right here, each card, and then the view details, and then the trail list, which is the image for each trail, and then the trail data, including image, which is the small description, and then Bootstrap for styling, and the trail page, which is the page for each trail. You click on it, the description, and it's pretty much the same. Image assets, and then trail data with images, and then get trail ID to navigate to each trail. And if trail not found, it would say trail not found, and then a container, and then bootstrapped for styling. And this is my page.